A little bit of black duct tape there. Whoa! Thanks for the host, Veritas. Veritas? You're hosting with 409 viewers. Veritas Raid. Holy cow. As I'm duct taping and zip tying the computer. Perfect. Holy cow, man. Thank you. Holy guacamole. Welcome to the live stream. I'm trying to do too many things at once. Alright. Fans are installed. Let's get this bad boy sealed up. Yep. $100 donation. Holy shit, dude. And of course the alert's still broken, so it looks like... Well, thank you. Holy cow. Why? That was insane. Those are the big bucks. That's... Thank you. That's all I got. I can't really say more. You're welcome. Thank you. And I'm gonna keep making stuff.
When I released my updated desk tour for 2019, some of you all noticed that my gaming PC was looking a little different. I covered that I redid my main production PC and covered all the challenges I continue to face with my i9 and all of that in a previous video. I have it linked below, but I didn't really say anything about my gaming PC yet. And yes, on stream we did completely rebuild my gaming PC, moved it to a new case, focused on increasing the power, and I actually swapped the CPUs that was in from the one that was in my gaming PC and the one that was in the retro streaming rig, and we'll touch on more of where that's going and how I'm using that in a very soon upcoming video. I'm very stoked for that. So my gaming PC is now running the Intel Core i9 9900K with the ASUS ROG Apex, my ROG Maximus 9 or 11 Apex board. They sent this one over right before they sent over the ROG Gene board, which is the one that I actually wanted to use for that retro streaming rig video. They sent over the Apex too, just for me to have on hand with no real obligation, and I hadn't honestly thought about using it anytime soon. I was going to wait till I had another Z390 chip, and I ended up deciding it was a better fit for this build and switching a whole lot around, and this is now the fastest gaming PC I've ever built. So we're talking the Intel Core i9 9900K, running at an all-core overclock of 5 gigahertz, which is insane. It is being cooled by the Fractal Design S36 360mm AIO liquid cooler, intaking in the top. Doing a good job. We'll talk about that in a moment. I've got 16 gigabytes of Corsair Vengeance 4200 megahertz RAM. Now these are 2 sticks from the 64 gigabyte kit, which was an 8 DIMM kit that I had for my main production PC that I upgraded in that video I talked about. And I just took 2 of the sticks since this board only has 2 DIMM slots, which is unfortunate, but it's one of the boards that is made for the double high RAM sticks that are like special to these ASUS boards. So hopefully they can hook me up with one of those at some point, hint, hint. But I ended up throwing 2 of those in there. It actually accepted the 4200 megahertz overclock XMP profile in this board. The Apex here is an overclocking motherboard. So it's got some weird placements for stuff and like a Molex power connector at the bottom for additional PCIe power. It is very clearly an overclocking board, but that means that I'm able to do a lot with it, including set that RAM profile. Whereas my main production PC board, the ASUS X299 Workstation Sage motherboard, it would not accept that profile. The highest I really pushed that RAM, the same kit of RAM on that motherboard, was 3600 megahertz, and on this Apex board, it took the 4200 megahertz overclock right out of the box. And then it has the built-in debauer 5 gigahertz. There's an adaptive and an all-core 5 gigahertz profile. I did the full all-core, not the adaptive one. It's holding up very well. I've never had any stability issues so far. And then I'm still rocking the Nvidia RTX 2080 graphics card that I got sent for my NVINC testing and things like that, because I still do that on this rig. Got that rocking in there as well for some gaming action. And then I went ahead after the stream and threw in with their DIMM.2 NVMe connector, because unlike the Gene motherboard, which went in the retro rig, the DIMM.2 on this board does not limit your graphics card to X8 speeds, which means I was able to throw an Intel Optane module in here. I believe I got the 32 gig module. I threw that in here to speed boost my new, well, it's not a new drive to me, but a new drive for the system, 5 terabyte game drive. So I knew it was going to be slower by increasing the capacity, but I wanted to be able to install more games at one time, but I wanted it to be able to, load them at a decent speed. And so, optimizing it with Optane was the way to go. And that was fairly easy to set up. I just installed it, installed it in the system, downloaded Intel's Optane app, ran it at total which drive I want to accelerate, and it just kind of does its thing in the background. So I have a lot more space for games now because I was constantly running out of space in this rig previously. In terms of actual performance, we're talking Cinebench 15. I got a score of 2212, which is pretty bonkers, and then Cinebench 20, because there's two different versions now, and I'm just trying to keep up with both at this point. I got a score of 5104, which is a beastly score. And in terms of temperatures, we're talking of 40s on idle, so between 40 and 45 degrees on average on idle on all cores. And then under load, I usually have MSI Afterburner and Riva statistics showing my overlays while I'm playing games, so I can monitor that stuff. I never see above like 70 or 75 while I'm gaming. And then under like a full Cinebench R20 load, a single core gets up to 82 degrees at max, and the rest of the cores, the highest temperature I ever see on them is 77 max. So it's keeping very cool for the amount of power that's going through here. And while it doesn't have as many PCIe lanes as my main rig or any of that kind of stuff, this is the fastest, just like raw speed for the core count PC that I've ever built. And it's pretty freaking sick. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Had a blast with it, showing it off and building it in the stream with you guys. I always love chatting with you while I'm doing my PC builds. And I have a new video on some upgrades I made to the PC building stream setup as well coming in the future too. I'm kind of behind on videos ever since DreamHack, trying to get caught up here, and just wanted to share this stuff with you. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more tech education. Links to all of my recent PC build videos and streams, because we've done quite a few recently, will be linked in the video description. I'm EposVox. I'll see you next time.